Hello, my name is Alec. I am the Technical Manager at Quelfire. And in this video, I just wanted to help people understand the misconception about terminology when we talk about what is a tested solution with passive fire protection products. Now, a bit of a disclaimer, I'm going to be focusing this on service penetration products, but the rules can generally apply across the field, but there are some certain types, such as cavity barriers, fire doors, that may have different rules that apply. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is very often our technical team gets asked the question, I need a test report. You must show me the test report. And this terminology in the industry is a bit confusing because you don't actually need the fire test report. It's kind of a sort of a misunderstanding, and that's what I'm here to sort of clear up. So when we do testing for our products, say for example the fire collar here that's behind me, the QWR, we will go away, we will design a few specimens and we will put them on either a wall or a floor and conduct a test to the relevant test standard. So for service penetrations, the test standard for the UK and for Europe is EN 1366 Part 3. We do that and we have set sort of field and rules and guidelines that we follow. So for example, when we do a QWR with plastic pipes, we would do a big test with lots and lots of different plastic pipe material types, sizes and thicknesses. And from that, we will do normally determine what's known as our critical pipes. So then we know what our 3 worst pipes are. So any future testing, we just have to stick to those worst pipes. So this is where a test report can then become a bit confusing, because you may ask for a test report and you have a 83mm HDPE pipe, but our test report shows 110mm UPVC pipe, for example. And you're going, oh, these don't match. But that's where the next stage happens. So as a manufacturer, we conduct all our testing. We send those reports off to an accreditation body. They review the evidence. They review the field of application rules of the test standard, the Part 3 for service penetrations, and they create a classification report. This classification report will then define the scope and field of application. So where we've only tested our 3 critical pipes, they will expand on this to cover all the plastic types we've tested, all the sizes and all the wall thicknesses. So they define the scope of application. So that is the document you should be requesting, is the classification report, ensuring that your products, be it your wall, your door, your service seal, etc., has been classified to the fire resistance standard. There are other documents you may be given, such as ETAs, UKTAs, UK ULEU documents, those type of things. They are also applicable, but the backbone of those documents, when it's talking about the fire resistance performance, it always goes back to that classification report. That is the main report, and they are the sort of the backbone. Usually with, say, an ETA, you'll have the information of the fire resistance, the acoustics, the durability. They get all the information from those main reports and put them into one very nice, easy document for you. So that's just one thing to sort of clear up. So when you're looking for the information, it's very important, especially with service penetrations, that you're looking at the classification report, because that means an accredited body, for example, Warrington Fire or UL, have reviewed all the information and they have defined the scope of application. So for service penetrations, they will tell you the maximum aperture sizes, spacing between service penetration services if we're talking about multi-penetration seals. And if they haven't defined that, then they have to go off the general rules. So very important when we're talking about services and spacings. If they haven't done specific testing, then they are limited to section 13.7, which means they require 100mm spacings, first service supports and all that. So that's where it's defined. So if you need any more information on that, please reach out to me. We have a very useful knowledge hub that you can find on our website as well, where I've broken it all down with some examples. But please reach out to technical@quelfire.co.uk and I'll be more than happy to assist.